Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Hard8, the truth for YouTube. Your favorite commentator's favorite commentator. Yeah. What's up, people? What's happening? You already know the deal. If you missed my last video, my return back to the Weapon Wheel podcast, go check it out. The show was amazing. Of course, I was there. Anyway, that link is down below. Go check it out, you dig? And enjoy yourself. But let's get right into this video. So I was having a discussion last night with Broken Games HD and Black Bind. Basically talking about people that claim games are amazing, but then they don't finish them. Or they stop playing them prematurely. So before I move on, I want to let y'all know this is not about do you have to play a game to the end to know if it's good or not. This is not about that. Now, we had a couple stands, a couple groupies that like to jump in the middle of motherfucking tweets when ain't nobody talking to your motherfucking ass and then make points that ain't got nothing to do with the motherfucking discussion. Like, oh, you don't have to play games to the end to know if it's good or not. That's not what this is about. This is not about do you need to play a game to the end to know if it's good or bad. This is not about that. Okay, we got that? Okay, now let me tell you what this is about. This is about people, and Broken Games HD is notorious for this, claiming games are amazing, but then they don't finish them or they drop them prematurely. So, for instance, I was watching Broken Games HD video yesterday where he made the video, Xbox One exclusives were better than PS4 this year. Now, of course, a lot of people are in uproar. I don't understand why, people. It's an opinion. That's all it is. There's no facts. It's not objective or anything like that. It's his opinion. It means nothing. You know what I mean? The only opinion that matters is yours. So I don't understand why people are upset over that video. You know, I don't think it's true. So I really don't give a fuck what BG or anybody else says. You dig what I'm saying? It's just an opinion. You dig? So I don't understand why it affects y'all. But anyway, during this video, he brought up Ori and the Blind Forest. And he said the game was amazing. But I didn't beat it. So when I heard that, I just laughed. I was like, BG, you are so full of shit. Now, yes, y'all already know BG is the homie. You know what I'm saying? That's my man, 50 grand. You dig? But that don't mean he can't be full of shit sometimes. He full of shit when it comes to this. So I'm like, hold up, player. If the game was so amazing, how do you not finish the game if it's so amazing? I don't get that. I don't get people running around talking about this game's amazing, that game's amazing, but then they don't finish it. Now, BG did not finish Ori and the Blind Forest, but it wasn't because of things like, hey, work got in the way, I haven't had any time to play any game, so I couldn't finish it, but it's still amazing, or, you know, kids got in the way. None of this has to do with BG. He just stopped playing Ori and the Blind Forest because another game came out. And how long ago Ori and the Blind Forest came out? And he has yet to beat it. But he claims he's going to go back and beat it one of these days. But if games just keep coming out and coming out, he'll never get back to it. You dig? But my thing is, and the point I was making was, how do you say a game is amazing, but you don't finish it, but yet move on to other games? And it's just like a chain reaction. Like, it's not like he moved on to one game, then came back. No, I mean, how many games have came out since Ori and the Blind Forest that BG has played? You understand what I'm saying? That game has all but been forgotten by BG, except when it's time to come up and say that it's amazing when he don't want to look like he's a Sony fanboy. Because listen, BG is a Sony fanboy. We already know this. If you've been around BG long enough, you know he's a fanboy. If you go back to when YouTube can customize your background and things like that, everything was Sony themed. He had Sony intros, Sony background, everything was Sony. BG is a Sony fanboy. He never owned a 360 until the very end, and he had the 360 for about a couple of months, and then he got rid of it again. So he's a Sony dude through and through. You know, make no mistake about that. Now, he's not a fag boy, but he is a fan boy. You dig? There is a difference. Now, a fag boy would do something like this. Sony lost NPD in October. Oh, well, Microsoft were paid off, or NPD is not credible. That's what a Sony fag would do. BG, of course, would never do something like that, but he is a fanboy. But now he seems to be trying to get away from that Sony fanboy title, but it's just not working. He just looks like he's full of shit in the process. So he keeps wanting to give all of these goddamn Microsoft games credit that he really don't give a fuck about. Let's just be real. Let's call a ball, a strike a strike. Ori and the Blind Forest just happen to be one of them. You dig? So my thing is, how is a game amazing and then you turn around and not finish it? That's like if you go and rent a movie or you go and buy 2 movies. And it doesn't matter if the movies are good or not. This is just an example. So if I go and buy Ant-Man and Captain America Winter Soldier. So if I start watching Ant-Man and I'm about an hour and a half into Ant-Man and I say, damn, man, Ant-Man is amazing. This movie is great. It's amazing. But then I stop it and then put on Captain America Winter Soldier. And then move on and on and on and on to different movies. And now here we are 6-7 months later. I still haven't returned back to Ant-Man to finish it. But I think it's amazing. If you thought it was amazing, wouldn't you have finished the movie rather than stopping it and putting on another movie? This is the same thing. If you thought a game is so great, so amazing, wouldn't you finish that game before moving on to another one? Now, BG is notorious for this, especially when it comes to multiplayer games. You ask BG right now, yo, what you think about Gears Ultimate Edition? He'll be like, yo, it's great. He might even say it's amazing. But then he only played it for a week or two and he dropped it. How is that amazing? How do you really feel that that's amazing if it couldn't even hold your attention past 2 weeks? You dig? Like, if you look at me, Battlefield 3 came out, I thought that shit was amazing. I was playing that shit heavy. I played that shit for 2 fucking years. You understand what I'm saying? Now, when Max Payne 3 came out, I also thought that was amazing. I played that too. Did I drop Battlefield 3 to start playing Max Payne 3 multiplayer? No, I played both of them. You dig what I'm saying? Because I thought they both were amazing, so I played both of them. I just don't understand how one can think a game is good, a game is great, especially like a multiplayer, and only play it for a little bit and then they're done. They done moved on. How good was it? I mean, obviously it might have been good at first, but then it fizzled out and you moved on. But it couldn't just been amazing up until the time you stopped and moved on to something else. Really? If it was amazing, you would have kept playing that shit. If a single player game is amazing, you're going to beat it. Now, if life get in the way, like you got a job and you just ain't got time for games, or you got kids and you ain't got time for games, that's something totally different. But in this case, that's not the actual thing that's going on with Broken Games HD. And I mean, he's not the only one. There's a lot of people that do this type of shit. Now, I understand why fag boys do it. Of course, they want to make all games on their piece of plastic seem to be better than they really are. You know what I mean? So, of course, they're going to hype up games. They're going to hype up every game. And as we know, one fucking chocolate chip face motherfucker, he hyped up Rise of the Tomb Raider, and motherfucker posted his achievement list yesterday on Twitter. He don't even play the shit. But yet he hyped it up. So we know why people hype up certain games and shit like that, because they want to make their piece of plastic seem like it's better than it is. But you also have people that just be saying games are amazing and they don't even fucking finish them. So I don't understand it. If I feel like a game is an amazing game, especially this, listen, there's not a single game in existence that I thought was amazing that I didn't finish. There's not a single multiplayer in existence that I thought was amazing that I didn't play for a long time. You understand what I'm saying? And that's the point I was talking with, we was talking about what BG is. BG was saying, oh, it's simple. A new game came out, so I moved on. It's like, what? I don't get it. If this game is so amazing, wouldn't it keep you into the game? Wouldn't it keep you right there in that game? Like, yo, this game is amazing. I can't put this shit down. You understand what I'm saying? Not, yo, this game's amazing, but I didn't finish it. Something else came out. You know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that. And I had this discussion with BG before about, like, Rocket League, right? Like, Rocket League is a multiplayer game. It hasn't even been out a year yet, but Broke Games then already dropped that game. He been dropped that game months ago. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, you keep talking about this game is amazing and this is your game of the year, or it's part of, not your game of the year, but it might be in your top 5 games of the year, but yeah, you drop it fast as fuck. And it's a multiplayer game. Multiplayer games, if you say a multiplayer game is amazing, then you should be able to get hundreds of hours out of that game. If it's amazing, if you really feel that way. I just think that maybe you don't really feel that way. Maybe it was amazing at first, but now it's not. Or maybe it's cool, but it ain't, it ain't all that. Just to be running around throwing amazing on everything and then not finishing it, like Ori and the Blind Forest, I just don't get it. And there's a lot of y'all out there that do this. Y'all run around claiming this game and that game is amazing, but you ain't finish it. But yet you moved on to other games. You done finished other games after said game. You feel what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Let me get y'all opinion on this down at below. I mean, if you feel like a game is amazing, a single player game, shouldn't you beat it? If it's so amazing? I mean, I think it's common sense. It's so amazing. So wouldn't you beat this amazing game? How do you put this amazing game and move on to other games? Now, we're not talking about if life got in the way. We're not talking about you got a job and you ain't got time to play games. We're not talking about you got kids to take care of and you ain't got time to play games. We talk about people that have the time but still put it down to move on to other games. This is what we're talking about right here. So let me know what y'all think, or what's your excuse on why you would say a game is amazing, but yet you stop playing it to move on to play another game. Because in my opinion, obviously it wasn't that amazing to you. Because if it was, you would finish it. Definitely. You know what I mean? GTA 5, to me, amazing. I finished it. Last of Us, amazing. I finished it. You understand what I'm saying? Batman Arkham Knight, amazing. I finished it. Arkham City, amazing. I finished it. You dig what? You understand what I'm saying? GTA 4, amazing. I finished it. And most of them games I finished multiple times. So that's all I'm saying. That's just how I see it. But let me know what y'all think down below. This your boy Hard 8. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Yeah, if you liked the video, thumbs up. If you didn't, thumbs down. I'm gone. Hard 8. Deuces.